You're watching Iowa Live. Everything local, entertaining, and meaningful in Central Iowa is right here on Iowa Live.
From the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, it's Friday and none too soon. And boy, do we have a special event coming up in Ames on Monday as we celebrate the Queen of Rock and Roll. We're, of course, talking about Tina Turner. And Tina Turner, the musical, is going to be happening at C.Y. Stevens Auditorium in Ames on Monday. And we have Tina joining us right now. It is Jayna Elise. And folks, you know who Jayna is. And I'm going to explain why you know who Jayna is. Now, first and foremost, Jayna, when we talk about the first time people saw you on TV, you were very nervous when you were talking to a Louie. Now, are you going to be this nervous talking to this Louie or not?
I don't know. I've heard a little bit about you, and I can feel my heart beating in my chest right now.
Tell everybody where we first saw you on national TV and how old you were.
Yes. So when I was 14, I auditioned for America's Got Talent, and I received the Golden Buzzer from Louis Tomlinson on that show.
Yeah, Louis Tomlinson of One Direction. How amazing was that when you're just 14 years old?
It's still one of those like pinch me moments of my life. I still can't believe that it happened, but I'm so glad that it did, and I'm so grateful to have that experience.
Yeah, and then most recently, people saw her on Local 5 on American Idol just last year, and you were very impressive. You were mentored by Gene Simmons, of all people.
Yes.
How cool was that?
I definitely fangirled because I remember watching Gene Simmons on American Idol performing with Adam Lambert when I was a kid, and I was like, oh my God, like I grew up a huge classic rock fan, huge Kiss fan, and so to be able to be mentored by him and be in the same room with him was just an amazing experice.
Yeah,
really.
She even got to wear Gene's sunglasses too, which is very, very cool.
Yeah.
Now, not that we remember anything like that, but you are now in the starring role of Tina, the Tina Turner musical happening in Ames on Monday. Tell us how amazing that is.
It's definitely been just literally a dream. Like I said, I'm a huge rock fan. So when I got the call to even do something like this, I was like, Tina Turner, like, heck yeah. Like, who wouldn't want to, be able to tell such an amazing story? And I think that's like really the true joy, is just being able to tell her amazing story, her triumphant story, and with all of the classic and amazing songs that everybody knows every night. So it's definitely a dream come true.
Oh, so what does the story, the musical, where does the musical start with her history?
So it starts with her as a young 17-year-old girl moving to St. Louis, where she meets Ike Turner for the first time and joins the band and starts traveling and singing, and just kind of shows her, arc through that relationship and how that relationship ended, and how she kind of found her strength. And then we go into Act 2, where it's like we get to see how Tina Turner, the Tina Turner that we know and love, was made. And then, yeah. It's a huge concert at the end that everybody dances to, which is like one of my favorite parts. So.
Yeah. And how special was it for you to sing those iconic, and they really are iconic, Tina Turner songs?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up listening to Tina Turner, but I never thought that I would be able to honor her voice and her music in such a way. And for me, it was just about, we never wanted to kind of like caricature her or parody her. It's always just about paying homage to her, while still kind of like invoking ourselves and our voices.
Yeah, what was the most special moment for you while performing this? Because you're grinning beyond all get out when you're talking about this.
Yeah, I think there are two specific moments that I really love in the show. And one is River Deep, Mountain High, that moment of singing that song, because I think that was a turning point for her. And also for me, it's just an amazing song that I've always loved to sing, and to be able to sing it for people that are interested in seeing her story and interested in seeing the musical is amazing. But also Simply the Best, which is another iconic song. That's when, like, the concert aspect of our show really kicks off, and so it's always a joy to see people singing those lyrics back and being able to exchange that energy with people.
Yeah, it must be great when people are singing along in the audience. That way you know you've struck a chord, isn't it?
Exactly, exactly.
We are so honored that you took some time out to talk to us today. But this is happening on Monday, everybody. C.Y. Stevens Auditorium in Ames. Just go to their website. You can get all the information. There is the website at the bottom of the screen. And the tickets start at only $35, so very reasonable and no bad seat in the house at C.Y. Stevens Auditorium in Ames. Tina Turner performed in Ames 3 different times. Now you can see a tribute to her with Tina, the Tina Turner musical. Jayna, you are simply the best. Thank you so much for being here. All right, thank you so much.
For having me.
All right, well, we come back, everybody. You know what it's going to be time for. Animal Rescue League of Iowa here at Iowa Live.